There is a trap that waits for every man who grows. Not at the beginning. Not when you're weak. Not when you're lost. But when you finally become strong. That trap is pride. When you change your life, when you discipline yourself, when you get closer to God, something dangerous can happen. You start seeing clearly, and that clarity can turn into superiority if you're not careful. You look at others and think, I'm not like them anymore. And that's where the fall begins. Let me tell you what changed everything for me. I stopped seeing people as good or bad. I started seeing souls. Every person you meet is a soul from God, living inside the body. The soul comes from God. The body comes from this world. And the body is where temptation lives. When I see people who do evil, who lie, insult, harm, manipulate, I no longer see monsters. I see weak souls. Souls that cannot resist temptation. Souls controlled by distraction. Souls under the influence of the devil. Not because they choose evil consciously every time, but because they lack strength. They lack discipline. They lack closeness to God. And when I see good people, disciplined people, righteous people, I see strong souls. Souls that resist. Souls that obey. Souls that fear God. But here's the truth that destroys pride. Every soul comes from God, including theirs, including yours. That realization changed how I forgave. Because forgiveness used to be hard for me, I have to be honest. I carried anger. I replayed insults. And I remembered harm. Until I understood this. The devil does not only work through thoughts. He works through people. Sometimes the temptation is not lust, not comfort, not pleasure. Sometimes the temptation is conflict, offense, disrespect, provocation. The devil uses people to pull you out of peace. to drag you into ego, to make you react, to make you fall. And when someone hurts you, it's not just about you. It's a test. Will you respond as flesh or as a soul aligned with God? Once I understood that, forgiveness became clarity, not weakness. I didn't forgive because they deserved it. I forgave because I saw the battle clearly. Because I refused to let the devil use someone else to enter my mind. This is where pride dies. Because you realize you're not better than them. You're just stronger than them, for now. And that strength was not earned alone. God gave it to you. Through discipline, through pain, through patience. So pride has no place. Because without God, you would be exactly where they are. Lost, distracted, controlled. This is why humility is not humiliation. Humility is alignment. It is knowing your place under God. You are flesh and blood, dust, temporary, and God is everything. When you understand that, service becomes natural. Not ego, not superiority, but responsibility. Helping others is not charity. It is service to God. Because when you help His children, you serve Him. That's why I speak. That's why I share my pain. That's why I tell the truth. Not to feel superior, but to pull someone up the way I was pulled up. This is how pride loses. You stop asking, how high am I climbing? And you start asking, who can I help climb with me? A proud man looks down. A righteous man reaches out. Pride isolates. Humility fulfills. And this is why pride is the final trap. Because it disguises itself as success, as growth, as strength. But the moment you believe you no longer need grace, you fall. Stay disciplined. Stay grateful. Stay humble. Because the higher God lifts you, the more carefully you must walk. And remember, you are not strong to dominate others. You are strong to protect, to to serve, and to forgive. That is the mark of a godly man.